Welcome back to SMS Games, and this is Jetpack Joyride Talk. Now, Jetpack Joyride has been my favourite mobile game for like 10 years now. I started playing it back in 2012 as a good stress reliever game, you know. It was just really good whenever you felt stressed out or whatever to just get that, and it's really good now that we've got, you know, iOS, smartphones, Android, Samsung, iPhone, whatever, right? All these smartphones now, and it's really good to see how Jetpack Joyride has come from like 2012 to 2021 and how good they've done with it, and the fact that they have like so many fans, dedicated fans, to the fact that they had to make a Jetpack Joyride 2. It's been like 10 years, we've waited 10 years for a Jetpack Joyride 2. Now I know what everyone's probably thinking, oh, this is just another probably, you know, Temple Run or Subway Surfers, or, you know, some like Endless Runner like that, you know, like smartphones have a lot of them on Google Play and on the App Store, right? That there's like a whole plethora of Endless Runners now. How's Jetpack Joyride different to the Endless Runner, you know, genre on phones? And it is different to me because I've played all them, and it's different in the way of it. It's like Super Mario Brothers. I used to play Mario 64 on Nintendo 64 right back in the day. That was actually the first Mario I ever played. So Jetpack Joyride has that, you know, feel of the old Mario games, and I love it because it's not just good for a stress reliever anymore. It's good to be able to just sit there, you know, and pass the time. And I love just how it's all very well put together with the free rides, all the gadgets, the costumes, the jetpacks, you know, the customizable options too. That's one thing in a game that I love, is customizable options. That's why I love all the Forza games. That's why I love all the you know, Need for Speed games, and why I like WWE so much and The Sims, and you get the point. But I love customizable options in a game, and Jetpack Joyride, they capture that, you know, the essence of customizable to really good likeliness, if you get what I mean. And what I mean by that is they don't like go and try and overdo it. They just give you what you would expect but not expect. Like, you know, think of it like this. When it comes to Temple Run and like Subway Surfers, right, they don't have customizable options. And I don't know if they do now, but back when I was playing it, they didn't. You know, you couldn't customize your character. It was just felt like the same thing over and over. Jetpack Joyride, you can kind of argue, you know, the point to say that Jetpack Joyride is the same thing, you know, over and over. But it's the customizable options that make it feel, you know, new. Is like you can stay in season, and they also put like special things in there too, like I forget how you, I don't know if you'd call it a pack. You wouldn't call it a DLC. You'd just say they would update it, put a new update in the game to be able to play like a new season. You know, so this Metal Slug thing that they've got at the moment is, I don't know if that's a take on Metal Gear Solid or not, but I'm still enjoying that. And even when they did Back to the Future, I loved when they did Back to the Future, because they gave you, you know, you had the Back to the Future backgrounds. You could, you know, get around looking at like Marty McFly. You could have the hoverboard, the DeLorean time machine, and then when you buy that pack, which was like $20, I know a lot of people would say that's a rip-off, but honestly, it's not. You know, that was like the best pack, and the DeLorean time machine, other than Mr. Cuddles, has to be my most favorite free ride. So the DeLorean time machine, then Mr. Cuddles, and Mr. Cuddles being the big dragon thing that comes out. You know, and even my two favorite gadgets in the game are the free ride. Instead of smashing out of the wall and just, you know, grabbing the jetpack and walking and, you know, starting the game how you normally would, you smash through the wall and you get a random free ride. And I like that, because that, to me, that feels like you get a little bit more of a you know, second chance if you know, stuff up at the start of the game. And I do this thing within the first 1,000 meters. You know, I say, hey, that's on me. That's why I'll use a quick revive out of my own quick revive pack that I've got. But then after the first 1,000 meters, I say, well, then that's, you know, when I start using the free quick revives and the free SAMs, you know, the strong arm machines. And I know it's annoying. that I have ads constantly running in my videos, right? But the reason why I do that is because I say, hey, you know, I'm not going to shy away from anything. I'm not going to, like, you know, sit there and edit out the ads each and every time, because I do use a lot of ads in the game, as you would notice. I just reckon it's as easy as just skipping forward. You know, if you're watching it on your phone, right, you can just double tap the screen on YouTube and it just fast forwards like 10 seconds, and that should give you, you know, you're not going to miss anything either. So, you know, anyway, Jetpack Joyride, it's just, I love the fact that they did a Jetpack Joyride 2 after 10 years. We all wanted it, like everybody who played the game, we all wanted it. I've seen, you know, comments and everything on all over social media about it, and Half Brick needed to do a Jetpack Joyride 2. And the fact that they've done a Jetpack Joyride 2, I'm happy. I'm more than happy. I've gone into it a bit and had a bit of a look at it, and it feels new, more modern, more fresh, but it doesn't take away from what the, you know, original, what the Jetpack Joyride, you know, was. And the fact that they're still running updates on the first game is good, because it means they haven't forgotten about the first game. They haven't forgotten the fact that people still do play the first game. It's not that we don't like the second one, just maybe, like me, you're trying to reach a goal. Like, my goal was to get over 100,000 coins. And then when I did that, that's when I did the shopping spree thing, and I thought, well, how do we do like a kind of near perfect send-off to the first Jetpack Joyride game? And that, to me, that is, we're going to do the shopping spree. I'm going to spend all my coins, right, on just random stuff, whatever. You know, I'm just going to have a shopping spree video. Then I'm going to do 2 separate videos, but it, you know, turned out to be a couple more videos. But the first one was the one where I said ultimate run, no help, and that is absolutely no help. I took the gadgets away, so no free rides. I took away the fact that I could have any help needed, you know, and I just wanted to see how far I could go 3 times, do 3 separate runs like I usually do, and to see how far I could get on my own without any of the help that's given to you in the game. And now I am doing the super runs, and the super runs are using all the help that's given to you, you know, whether that be the you know, watching a video so you get a quick revive, watching a video so you get the strong arm machine, a free strong arm machine, you know, whether it's getting some extra spin tokens at the end, you know, and just constantly riding on and using those quick revives that I've got all the time. You know, it's using all that and trying to see how far I could go. And I'm pretty sure in the first super run video that I did, I'm pretty sure I broke my best record twice, actually, by doing that method. Is just constantly using the quick revives and using it. But the one thing, there's just one thing in Jetpack Joyride that it frustrates me a little bit, that Half Brick did and they shouldn't have done. And that is, if you're like me and just over time you have almost 200 quick revives saved up, what they should have done, and this is what they did, and you'll see it in the videos too if you watched it, they don't let you constantly use it as much as you want. They do have a break off point, which kind of sucks, because if you're like me and you're trying to get to that big 20, you know, like trying to get to, you know, like your own personal best, or you're trying to get to a certain, just like get to a certain point in the game, you know, how many meters you run, then you want to use the quick revives, and you rely on the quick revives so much. And it's not the fact that you suck at the game, it's just the fact that Half Brick does a really, really, really good thing of making it hard. You know, they've really made it hard when you start getting over, especially 100,000 Ks or 10,000 Ks, sorry. Or however, I'm really bad with the meters, sorry, it's meters. But anyway, when you get over 10, then they start making it really, really hard, and that's when they start to knock you off your quick revives. They say you can only use a certain amount of your own quick revives until we say, hey, that's enough. You know, so it does get frustrating that Half Brick does eventually cut you off your quick revives, even though you've got like 200 quick revives and you want to use all 200 quick revives in the one run. They don't allow you to. So that's a bit frustrating that they don't allow you to. because that's what I was expecting when I first started doing the super runs. I expected that I could just hit quick revive, and just keep going, and see how far I could actually get in the game, constantly using practically all my nearly 200 quick revives. But they cut you off, so it sucks. Then you got to do another run and see how far you can get. I guess that's all part of the challenge in the game, is not relying too much on the help that's given, you know. But at the same time, though, those are quick revives that you have acquired over some time. You should be able to use them as much as you possibly want in the one run, not just be cut off eventually. So, you know, that does suck. But getting back on track with the whole Jetpack Joyride thing in a whole, and I've spoken like over 10 minutes on this, and it's because I love it so much. Yeah, I love the fact they've done a Jetpack Joyride too, and I'm gonna get stuck into that. And there will be definitely gameplay videos on Jetpack Joyride 2, guarantee it. There'll be a lot. They've made that a bit more difficult with now boss fights and different levels, you know, level sequences and stuff, which I'm very, very excited for. And from what I've seen in the gameplay previews and everything, it's just looks amazing. It looks like if you can get to those boss battles at the end and you can do it, it looks like it's one of those things that pays off a lot. So very much looking at getting into Jetpack Joyride 2. So yeah, I can't wait for that. There will be gameplay videos on that as well. So and there's plenty more gameplay videos to come. But yeah, anyway, this has been SMS Games Jetpack Joyride Talk, and as always, thanks for watching. And if you're not videoing it, it ain't worth shit. Take care, guys.